Ladies and gentlemen, today I will talk about biogas plants and special news. Today I will talk about article published in recent number of Journal of Ecological Engineering and were entitled "The Biogas Production from Manure of Camel and Sheep Using Tomato and Ruminant as co-substrate." The work is written by a team from Jeddah University in Saudi Arabia under leadership of Bosha Akram. The work is the trouble that the slaughterhouses produce much of human, which is very troublesome waste that needs to be utilized in special manner, and thermal utilization requires costly, so biogas can be better. Hydrolytic bacteria are required for the breakdown of organic biomatter and biogas. The study of Professor Boshak Tami proposed combined camel and sheep manure with tomatoes and rumen be co-digested under mesophilic conditions by anaerobically fermented in a batch system to produce biogas. In a cross-sectional area of the study, the same operating condition biogas volume was measured for a period of 14 days, and the last day was the measured. That's the highest. The biogas methane concentration was 70%. The introduction, there's energy, climate, non-renewable energy resources, and the high demand for them is dangerous for the climate. So the research for alternative sources of energy is on the rise to protect the world's environment. One of the most significant sources of renewable energy is biogas and help this independence from fossil fuels. Biogas, which is from after hydrolysis, the anaerobic bacteria, decomposition of organic waste, wastewater, manure, sludge, can then form methane, which can be used for generating heat, electricity, as well as a fuel. There are many waste treatment methods. The anaerobic digestion is one of the most economical with gaining methane or hydrogen, some chemicals on the bottom. This method is commonly applied in treating different types of organic waste, enabling the production of valuable byproducts such as biogas, a gas with high energy content, and fertilizers. Biowaste co-digestion and operational temperature are critical parameters influencing the production of methane gas. The type of feedstock used and operational technology, such as temperature, pH, and hydraulic retention time, and so all influence the performance of the anaerobic biodigestive process. The various operational processes significantly impact the possibility of biogas plants for production of methane. When loading feedstock for batch feeds, it ferments immediately, or sometimes called lag, especially after pretreatment of inoculum. The four stages of anaerobic digestion are hydrolysis, short cytogenesis, and metagenesis. Acetogenesis is metagenesis. Each decomposition stage requires the involvement of different microorganisms. These microorganisms work in cooperation and are partially dependent on one another to facilitate different stages of the process. Biogas production and methane, which we focus on methane, is crucial and helpful to waste management as well as food waste. Is a good source of methane, hydrogen, volatile acid, which can be also fine, and chemicals as well. The good residues are fruit and different vegetables, such as electricity, and these biogas from research only tomatoes by the batch doesn't seem the desirable outcomes. Here, here is tomato. He measured to work of 2010, when tomato helps in co-digestion of cattle dung. This, for the scientists of Professor Bishra Boshra Al-Khami decided to make mixture of camel and sheep manure and camel and tomatoes. Camel manure and sheep manure as a substrate were collected from farm in Bish city in Jizan province in Saudi Arabia. Tomato as co-substrate were obtained from kitchen waste and home, and a rotary cutter was used to get particles smaller than 1 centimeter to increase surface materials and facilitate the interaction of microbial organisms. Human fluid was collected from sheep after these animals were sheared by Islamic slaughter method. Then manure and human fluid stored in dark polyethylene bags prior to use. The materials for the digester were selected based on the ability potential of biomethane potential. Careful consideration was given to ensure that only most suitable materials were selected for biodigester performance. In the studies, plastic bottles of 1,000 milliliter were used as construction of anaerobic biodigester, and gas produced was collected to cylinders for measuring biogas volume. 2 holes were carefully drilled into the lid of plastic bottle to effectively monitor the temperature inside the biodigester and efficiently transport biogas into teller bag. The first hole was explicitly designed to accommodate a thermometer allowing for accurate temperature reading. The second hole, with a diameter of 5 millimeters, was created to hold a silicon tube responsible for collecting and delivering the biogas into the teller bag. This tube was securely sealed with silicon thermal glue to prevent any potential gas leakage. The visual presentation of biodigester during research was 6 biodigester, and they test 3 digester for methane production. The gas analysis was performed gas chromatography with flame ionization detector channels to examine hydrocarbons as well as hydrogen, hydrosulfide, carbon dioxide, and all content preparation were same ratio. All samples used an equal mixture of camel and sheep manure. 2 samples were contained 100 mixture and mixed with seawater, which is samples consist 80% of manure and 20% of tomatoes mixed with seawater. Samples of C1 and C2 consist of 80% manure mixture and 20% rumen mixed with 410 milliliters of seawater. Sample of biodigester of I1 and A2 were created using precise mixture of 240 milliliters of seawater, resulting in the total weight of 480. Then were added to some samples, also 60 grams of fresh tomatoes and 240 grams of manure. And therefore 240 milliliters of seawater. The last were the C1 and C2 combination of 240 manure and 60 grams of inoculum without any tomatoes to show how without tomatoes works. The science were put under the using for 14 days. The biodigester were put under were monitored and yielded water displacement. As a result, we obtained the yield. The 14-day period of mesophilic condition 37 and a mixture manual with sheep was used in different cases, the paragraphs. This case, this shows the measurement was of 2 p.m. and 2 a.m. every 12 hours during 14 days. The temperature was still stable from 30 internal was 31, while inside was 37. The bagasse yields in the case of tomatoes and mixed, only sheeps mixed and one maize was put that in case of with tomatoes was 11, while in case of without tomatoes was 17 milliliters a day after 14 days. This shows that by themselves were better, but without a mixture was much better. So if we add to one menu, is suitable. So in this case, was shown that tomato with camel and sheep manure get after 14 days 16% of methane, just the herb, while in case of tomato of cow dung, gives only 50%, while themselves tomato only make a 58%, and 60% was in this case of tomato. So it shows that, as usual, the mixture doesn't help the giving the higher to better some higher, but it's mostly that this tomato was given that was slightly better digestion of sheep manure that by themselves, not by tomato. So this doesn't make the other because they ate first manure and they were happy. So not an as tomato. So this was such sweetener to make better digesting of manure. Based on the experiments were listed at map 59 and tomato have the sheep and camel abandoned in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and it's generated degradable, sustainable, and will make more healthy and less smaller pollution generated waste disposal method of burning and burying. This agriculture can be used as fertilizer of soil, so this method is very helpful in the science. So thank you very much